Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and this is Around the World in 30 Days. And this is for day 18 and I am continuing using my kit that I built and scrapbooking my adventures with my friends to the IKEA store that was about 2 hours away. Here is my kit. I've used up some papers and some embellishments. I'm excited with how it's going. I love how the layouts are turning out. And so I pulled a few specific papers that I thought I would wanted to lean towards. And yesterday's layout, I used the inside piece of this right here. The back side of that is orange. And so I want to use that. And then this is a Dotty About flare piece that actually came from a mashup between Dotty About Flare and some assemblage required. So I am going to use that little Project Life. Well, it's not a Project Life card, obviously. It's a pocket card that says, let's go. And so then I have, of course, my enamel shapes and things. And then I have some other stuff in my kit that I'm going to pull from as well. So I have my papers, my embellishments, my pictures, my flare. So let's see how this goes. So first things first, I wanted to determine where I was going with this. And I knew I wanted the black to be my base, or at least the middle section of that paper that I have cut out the middle. So I trimmed this picture down to where all I really cut off the side was a car and a little bit of the store. But the main part was my friends, obviously, and the IKEA sign in the back. And I am so excited. Y'all don't even know how much fun we had that day. Like, we had so much fun. We left my hometown in the morning at like 9 something. And we got there about 11. And we didn't get done at IKEA till like 3. It's a long, fun adventure. I'd never been before. I decided to tear this right here, and I'm taking my time because I was trying to decide if I wanted white edges or not, and I kind of went back and forth with it and decided against it. And so now I am going to stick with that tearing concept, and I measure the middle so that I make sure that when I tear that I have plenty of space to actually adhese this black paper to that background paper. That background paper is awesome. It's like a brick wall, and then it has all that distressing all around it, and it's just really gorgeous. So I couldn't let it go to waste. That's why when I decided I wanted to use the orange that was on the back, that I decided I would gut the middle so that I could keep that. And so I want this black paper to barely cover the hole so that you can see that white on the outside, or on the inside part of the outside. And so that was my plan, was to tear this totally wonky. I didn't want it to be like a smooth tear. I wanted it to have this distressed look. And so I'm going to turn it again. There we go. So it kind of has a little base the way that I've trimmed it. And I fight with this for a minute because I had put the tape up at the top a little too high. So first things first, I get out my Sunshine Orange just Delusions shimmer spray, and I just tap that out in all 4 corners. And then I also pull out, I think this is the turquoise, vibrant turquoise, or the teal. I'll find out and I'll let you know. I did this yesterday, and last night I was so exhausted after I recorded and did the voiceover for one of the videos. I had to go to bed. I still woke up late. I don't do that very often, but I sure did last night. So I want to mat this little pocket card, but since I want it to tuck in at the top and tuck in at the bottom, I decide I'm going to mat it on the stripe paper going the same direction, and I'm just going to mat it backwards. I know this looks weird, but I'm going to be tucking the top part of that the part where I'm going to write in at the top, and I'm going to tuck the other part at the bottom so it doesn't have to be fully matted. I just needed the parts that are going to be showing to be matted. So that Let's Go almost made it onto the first layout, but the color pattern wasn't working for me because I didn't use a lot of teal on day one's page. And this one I'm bringing in more teal. So first things first, I wanted to let that paper dry so that I wasn't, going to smear everything. So I also want to back this with this star paper. But I am all about saving paper. If you watched yesterday, you know that I cut this out so that I'm not wasting that star paper. I know the whole point of, using a kit is to use it up, but I also do not waste. I can't do it. And, I'm not saying that, I don't want to offend anybody if you don't trim things out like that. That's just how I am. That's why I save all the little bits and pieces. I think that everybody has to do their own thing when it comes to scrapbooking. It is so personal, and it is something that everybody is different. Even if parts of what we do is the same or similar, I think that it's important that you do what makes you happy. And saving little pieces and trimming things out like that makes me happy. So that's what matters, right? So now I am going to line this up so that I can put this Let's Go pretty evenly below, so it just looks like it's a big long journaling card. And I do not journal on this while on camera. I'll probably actually wait to journal at the end of the month. I'm not sure exactly what I want to put on here. This was such an adventure and such a great time. I just really, really enjoyed my day with my friends. And I think that my last friend left my house at 9, 10 something that night, maybe closer to 11. It was late. But in the end, well, you'll see what the end looks like. Although you can see what the end looks like if you have seen my my room share. I went through and did a room tour this week. I've been trying to do it for a month, but I had a little organizational this and that, and I work for a school, and it's beginning of the school year, so it just took time. So I went back and forth with a couple of different titles, one of which was that little cut apart card I just put back, and I decided to go with this Awesome because it's the same color as that background paper, and I like that. And so I went ahead and put that on there. I love that rocket ship because, like, the whole point is that we're, this adventure was out of this world. It was lots of fun. So I'm using that whole theme, and I go through all 3 of the rocket ships. I don't think I land on this one. I think there's one more that I'll find in a minute. And I just keep going back and forth and back and forth. Yeah, I changed it out, see. Because this one had the same color patterns and a little bit of orange. And I wanted to bring in that orange because this is going to be facing the page from yesterday. And so that is going to, you'll be able to see the orange, and it's a little bit of orange right there at the bottom, up there at the top, and then on that rocket. I did pull an arrow out to point at the IKEA, and I like that. Not that you can't tell, what's going on. I just thought that was a cute little addition, breaks up that black streak or stripe right there. I didn't really put a whole lot on Fun Foam and give it dimension because that one star already has dimension. Something else has dimension. And then, of course, my amazing Dottie Bot Flare up there at the top has dimension on it as well. So I didn't really want to bring a whole lot more in than what I already had. And I love this, and I love that I had a flare that was going to work with this collection. I have some flare on order. I am anxiously awaiting because it's going to be fabulous. But for now, I am excitedly using these ones that I got from Some Assemblage Required. And I didn't pull wood veneer onto this page because it wasn't going to work with what I was doing. But I will be using some, I'm sure, very soon. If it is not on these IKEA layouts, it might be on one of my other ones, obviously, because that's why I bought the wood veneer in the first place, right? To use. So I pull out my different things that I've been using from my stash, and I did pull a couple of little black circular planets, I guess, that came from some Crafter's Square embellishments. And then I have this Totally Legend, and then I have a couple other little word phrases I'm going to put on here. And then I use some of the little cursive words from Hobby Lobby. One of them says dream, and I think the other one says laugh because, well, we did a lot of that. And then I think that other one up there says something about here comes the fun. And I mean, that's got to be the most fitting sticker ever, because we were definitely about to go in there and have some major fun. So, which you all will get to see and be a part of with my layouts. So, let's see. So I think I am just trying to figure out if I need to add anything else. And I feel like I am good to go. So I'm going to show you the close-ups. I love the shimmer sprays and how they stand out on that white and they still shine through on the black paper. There's that awesome flare from Dottie About Flare. And so I hope that you all have enjoyed these videos. There will be more to come. Like I said, there are 8 altogether. And so this is just number 2. So I hope you all have a fantastic evening and that you will go down below and check out all of the amazing creatives who are scrapbooking with this Around the World in 30 days. And I hope you'll come back and check me out again later, because I'll have another video tomorrow. So have a good day and happy scrapping.